I went screen-free for 24 hours, and I will not be doing that again, ever again.
Pretty easy. I'm only about 20 minutes into it though, but no screens so far. This video is not sponsored by Chewy. Jesus!
Tech, screen, notifications, pop-ups, pings, puppy videos seem constantly in my life. But how beneficial are those things actually to me? Is there a negative to all of this screen time? I wanted to do an experiment for myself, and I wanted to go nuclear. For one whole day, I plan to do no screen time whatsoever. No iPhone, no TV, no computer, not even the maps system on my car. Nothing. No screens whatsoever for a full day. It can't be that hard to go 24 hours with no screens, right? So this video is all about my experiment going 24 hours with no screens. Okay, I'm gonna try out a tech-free day. A screen-free day, a tech-free day, yeah, nothing. No phone, no screens, no anything. The first thing that popped into my head was the phone. No iPhone screen, but I depend on my phone and I use my phone so much. But I needed something where someone could contact me in an emergency if something actually went wrong. I needed a bat phone.
So I got this very crappy little flip phone here.
Another thing I realized I needed was a watch. I like to be able to tell the time, and I can't just look at my phone to tell the time. I need an alarm clock. Part of my plan, and I'll get into my plan for my tech-free day soon, but part of my plan was to go on a hike early in the morning. To go on the hike early in the morning, I need to wake up early. To wake up early, I usually need an alarm, but I can't set an alarm on my phone. I can't use Alexa to set an alarm. So I need one of those old-fashioned ringing alarm clocks, and that's exactly what I bought.
I have everything planned out. I have all my clothes out. I hope this alarm works, because if this alarm doesn't work tomorrow morning, I'm gonna be in trouble. My brother's gonna be really mad at me.
Now, there was an exception to kind of my screen-free day, and that's this. That's the camera. And this is definitely a flaw in my screen-free experiment, right? Because I wanted to document everything that was going on. I wanted to document this day, and that means lugging around this huge Sony camera kind of everywhere I went. The next thing I wanted to plan for was the boredom. Yes, I'll say it, I depend on my screens a lot for entertainment and enjoyment and kind of taking up time for when I'm not doing anything.
I actually wrote down a schedule, because as I knew I might get kind of bored when I'm taking the day kind of doing this stuff with no screens, so I decided to write myself out a schedule.
So some things I plan to do is mainly I wanted to be active, I wanted to be outside, I wanted to read, I wanted to write, and I wanted to be with my family. It's funny because these all sound like really, really good things, right? And knowing me, I had to actually time box this all out. 6 to 8 a.m. I would go on a hike with my brother. From 8 to 10, I would have breakfast with my parents. From 10 to 12, I would shower, meditate, journal, and read. From 12 to 1, I would have lunch with my parents. From 1 to 2, I would write. From 3 to 4, I would read. From 4 to 5, I would run. From 5 to 6, I would shower and meditate. From 6 to 7, I would dinner with my parents. And from 7 to 9, I would read and go to bed. This was the optimal plan I had for the day, the tech-free day. Now, did I stick to this plan exactly? Well,
I'm gonna take this bad boy and stick him in my bag and not take him out until Monday morning. Bye, Mr. iPhone. Bye-bye.
I put my iPhone away, I got my bat phone out, I got my watch out, I got my alarm clock out, and I got my clothes out, and I was gonna be ready for the next day with no screens.
Starting tonight, I'm not gonna use a screen, a phone, nothing for 24 hours, and I'm gonna see how it goes. Breakfast of Champions coffee, a straw, and a lovely Chewy bar. This video is not sponsored by Chewy. But yeah, so the first thing on the list is the hike. So I'm up stupid o'clock, but it feels kind of nice to wake up early, not for work, not to go in the hospital. But yeah, I'm up stupid o'clock, and I'm gonna drive to this hike. I'm only about 20 minutes into it though, but No screen so far.
So I got everything ready, I got my hiking clothes ready, I put on my backpack, and I was ready to go. I walked down to my car and I saw an emergency screen. And on my car, there's like this little screen on the front of it, and I made sure to just turn that off. Near emergency, I have to turn off this freaking screen. Bad screen, bad. Screen off, screen off. And then I began my drive to the hike. And normally, actually, I don't listen to podcasts when I drive. I don't listen to music when I drive. I'm one of those weird people who like silence pretty much all the time. But yeah, it was kind of a nice drive. We planned to do the hike at sunrise. So I was driving, it was pretty dark outside, it was foggy, but it was calm, it was quieting, and it was nice. And then I got to the hike, and the hike was amazing. It was so great to be able to hike and not worry about taking a photo for your Instagram or taking a photo just to have on your phone, or really just not thinking about, oh, is someone texting me? Is there an email I should check? I literally didn't have my phone on me, so I couldn't do those things. It was just me and my older brother in like the cold, pretty outdoors. And we got there when it was so dark. Actually, as we were hiking, as the sun was coming up, we noticed color coming into the leaves. And there's actually not new color coming into the leaves, right? That would be silly. But our eyes were adjusted for the dark, right? So we had more of our rods active, which are more kind of black and white, but the cones became active as kind of the light was going up. So there was more color coming to the leaves because we could start to see more color in our eyes. And it was really cool. We were walking and we're like, actually, we can start to see more green, more orange, more reds of kind of the leaves and trees around us. The hike was about 2 hours, 2.5 hours total. About halfway through, we sat down on this really nice rock. And my older brother's a really classical outdoorsman, Pennsylvanian guy, and he really likes kind of bringing stuff, and he had the camo and all that kind of good stuff, and he brought some water and a snack, and we just kind of sat there on this big rock next to this beautiful stream and just kind of talked and drank and chilled. And I remember sitting there and I was like thinking, like, this is one of the things I'll remember. This is kind of a cool, nice thing, a cool experience that I think I'll remember for a long time, just sitting on this rock talking to my brother. I probably won't remember the movie I watched last night, or I won't remember the 2 hours of video games I played the other day, but sitting on this rock talking to my brother for like just 30 minutes in the lovely outdoors with like no phone or anything like that, with literally no one around us because we were out there so early, is something I won't forget. But then we got up from the rock and we hiked back to kind of the car and drove off. Great hike with the bro. Really didn't think about looking at my phone at all, so it was pretty good. Time to go home, have a shower, and then it's time for brunch with the family. So far, this is not too bad. And we drove off to brunch. We had a family brunch planned, and I didn't really want to record that much because I don't want to bring my entire family into the YouTube thing, but it was nice. I just sat there and kind of ate. And before I knew it, like the first half of my day was over. The first kind of time without the phone, without the screens went over, and it felt like I didn't miss anything at all.
I don't really miss the phone yet at all. I don't think I miss it. It was actually really nice to not have to think about it and touch it at all this morning. But yeah, okay, talk soon.
It was like 12 or 1 o'clock. I came back from brunch and I showered and I meditated, and then I realized the day was starting to slow down. the meditation was actually really, really hard. I don't know where it came from, but like a slow bubbling anxiety started to creep into my chest and into the front of my head.
I'm starting to get this like weird, I don't know what it is. It feels like anxiety. It feels like I want to do something, but I don't want to do something at the same time. And it's like kind of just a feeling of like motion inside my chest. I don't know what's going on. Could it be that I'm just like so addicted to these things that when I actually start to go this long without it, I get issues? I'm not sure.
And I'll get into talking about why I think all this happened later, but my dad had a kind of decent theory for why this might be. He said, think about it, you're constantly connected to other humans, and humans are Homo sapiens, right? As a race, who probably succeeded? Who probably passed on their genes better? The single human that tried to do something alone, hunt a huge mammoth or forage all on his own, or the tribe, right? The tribe of people, of humans working together.
I hope it goes away, I hope it fades. I only have like this, and then I'm gonna read a little bit more and then go to bed, and then it's been a full day with no screens. It's been really, really chill.
So I went to do the next thing on my calendar. And so I started to read, and reading was actually pretty nice. I still felt a little bit of the anxiety in my chest, but I was able to sit down and kind of delve into a nice book. The reading was pleasant, but I noticed about 90 minutes into my reading session, I felt kind of tired and fidgety again, kind of how I was feeling when I meditated before. And I don't know how it happened. Maybe it was I was so relaxed, or maybe I was sitting outside, but I just fell asleep. I fell into a nap. After I woke from my nap, it was about 5 o'clock, and I noticed my anxiety was still there, but now I also felt a little bit like trash, just junky all over. So I tried another thing in my quick fix category, and the cold shower. I jumped in the cold shower. It felt pretty nice, but it still kind of felt there. The anxiety felt there. I tried to write again. I couldn't do it. I tried to read again. I couldn't do it. And I began kind of just thinking about myself and pacing around my house in a weird way.
Now time is starting to move a little bit slowly.
But luckily my circuitous talking and thinking and actions were saved by dinner. Food saves all. So it was dinner time. And it was also nice that I wasn't alone. I was going to be eating dinner with my parents, which helped to kind of push away this anxiety for now. Part of my body, part of my lizard brain was like, food is good, go get food. And then afterwards I went on a nice walk with my parents, and I came back and I did all the things I thought you were meant to do to get rid of anxiety, and it was still there. So I pulled out my secret weapon.
Don't drink the milk, come play the game, lad. Right, 5, 4, 4, 5. Yeah! 5, 12, 12, 9. 12, 9. Oh, yes! 12, 10. There's no such thing as luck. There's cheating if you do well. Oh, that was cheating. Don't do that. They're too high. Hit the ball too high. Jesus.
6:45, and I've done, I think, all the activities to do. I just played ping pong with my dad, had dinner. I feel like there's nothing left to do, and it feels really late, even though it's only about 7 o'clock. I don't really miss like the constant emails. I don't really miss kind of constantly going on Facebook or kind of weird stuff like that. I don't even miss Instagram, really. I just miss like text messaging people and like maybe looking at the occasional Instagram post, but yeah, we'll see. This is definitely gonna cause me to do some changes into like real life, I think, but I'm not sure what. But that's it. I think the challenge is over. I'll wait to confirm that till tomorrow morning when I've officially gone a full kind of 24 hours without using tech screens and stuff like that.
And eventually I got tired enough and I went to sleep. And that was that. I did it. I went 24 hours with no screens. So let's talk about what I thought of the experiment and how I felt the overall day went, and if I will do it again. So when I woke up the next day, I didn't look at my phone immediately, but I went to make coffee, and then when I was making the coffee, I started playing a podcast. And then I checked my phone. I did the Instagram, the Twitter, the YouTube studio, all of it.
I woke up this morning and I used my phone. I looked at text messages, I looked at Instagram, YouTube, all that good stuff. And it felt good, but then I was gonna go on a walk outside and I just put my phone down and I walked outside. So I don't think I'll ever do the full screen day again, but I think I'm definitely gonna set some more limits kind of on the amount of time I use my phone.
I won't do this tech-free day again. Before I say exactly why I won't do it again, I want to say some of the positives to the day. There was more family time, there was more outdoors time, and there was less distracted time. But the big negative, the reason I won't do this again, was I was much less connected with the world and other friends. And there was also this anxiety. Where did it come from? Was I really that addicted to my phones, that addicted to screens, that it was withdrawal from these screens? I remember thinking and talking to people about where did this anxiety come from? And I came to the conclusion that I think it really is evolutionary. I mean, I have no evidence for this. This is really just the thought I had. I mean, think about it. Think about the internet. You're connected to the biggest tribe in the history of humanity ever with the internet. And then suddenly, without any cause or reason, I was disconnected from the pack. I was exiled from the tribe. I was not connected to the internet, to the world. Evolutionarily, right, if you're in a pack and you're exiled, that would create huge anxiety. And I bet 100,000 years ago, it might even mean a death sentence. So maybe over millions of years, the animals that would stay together, stay as a tribe, stay connected, stay protected, survive better and longer. So all in all, I will not be doing this again. Or at least I will probably not be doing this again. At least not to the intensity that I did it.
I think maybe I'll do something similar on Sundays. Maybe I'll only take phone calls and text messages, but I won't check any social media apps or anything like that. I'll spend more time outside. But I don't think I'll have a completely tech-free day again.
But being connected to everyone, my family, my close friends, makes me feel alive. It makes me feel happy. My iPhone, I believe, is a good thing for me. It's amazing technology. I can talk with my 97-year-old grandpa 3,000 miles away and actually see his face while I'm talking to him when he's 3,000 miles away. Is all technology good? I don't think so. Are all screens good? I don't think so. Just like many, many other things, right? It can be obsessed over, it can be abused, it can be controlling, and it can be something that is a negative impact on your life. This experiment made me realize kind of the power technology has over me, and specifically screens and my iPhone, and it's something I won't forget anytime soon. But my final decision is technology is a good thing. Screens are a good thing. The iPhone is a good thing. And I will not be doing a screen-free day ever again.